Hi folks, Anders here, and it's the next episode of the Project Longhouse. So if you watched the first video, basically I just gave you an introduction to the plans and a brief sort of view of the shed. So this was free on Facebook Marketplace and then bought 50 miles from Nottingham to Walsall on a flatbed trailer. And yeah, so what I'm working on today is, after your last video, I cleared up all of the Victorian floorboards and denailed them all, and they're nicely stacked up there now. I have cleaned up the patio area, just waiting for the hot tub to deflate. The summer house, well, playhouse now demolished, and I've also denailed and covered over all of some of the roof timbers and some of the side pieces and etc, etc. So they're all now cleared up. So the plan for today is the original shed workshop was that solid piece there. That's one side wall, which will be the front wall because it's got the door on it, and then it had an extra piece about 60 centimetres added onto the front of it. So I'm assuming it was originally a kit and the previous owner wanted it extended by about 2 foot, so they had these extra pieces bolted onto it, which is evident by, if I go up here, this is the main ridge beam, which I had to cut to get off, but it was actually, an extra piece was bolted on there. So one of the problems being is the front pieces there are quite rotten. If I take you to there, you can see it's all woodworked and that, because the drain was just draining straight down to the bottom of there from the drain pipe, causing the wood to rot because there was no drainage for it because it was built on concrete. So yeah, so I think what I'm going to be doing is, rather than having that extension on, because it's only an extra 2 foot and I don't need that space in a workshop, and I'd rather have a little outside space for a wood store, is just to build it to that length there. That way I've got a fair bit of 3x2 timber which I can use for replacing the bottoms of the actual shed itself, which was a little bit rotten. So yeah, that is the plan for today. Oh, and also on the back side of the shed, which was neighboured onto the neighbouring property, for some reason it wasn't 190mm tongue and groove like that, it was just crappy shiplap. So I've got to, on the one piece, if I take here, you can just about see because it's all stacked up. So there, that would be what is going to be the back wall over there next to the fence. So I do have to also replace all of that there with decent tongue and groove like this. So I shall look around at the local rec yards and see what I can find, because tongue and groove is not cheap, and again I'm trying to do this on a pretty much zero budget. So yeah, that is the plan for today. I'm not going to record me doing all this because it's quite boring and I'll be with lots of swearing, but I'll post another, well, record another segment in a bit and you can see my results. See you in a bit. Right, so that is those little extension pieces now cut down. So I have some decent 4x2 timber which I can use to replace the base. That one there was at the front and it's rotten, so I'll have to chop off probably 6-8 inches. I've got some of the 190mm tongue and groove. Again, you can see it's woodworm rot, so I'll get all that treated, but I've got 5 panels of that which I can use to replace some of the bits on the thing, and a few pieces of shiplap, some smaller noggins of 4x2, a couple of pieces of 3x3. Yeah, so not too bad going really. next stage is, this was all of the lath that was holding down the roof tiles, so I'm going to denail all of that and get that all stacked as well. See you in a bit. Right, that's all of the roofing left denailed, which I'm not putting on the new shed, Longhouse, whatever, because, like I say, originally I had roof tiles on, but free wood is wood, and there is about 10 4-metre lengths of roofing left, which I'm sure I can use for something. But yeah, starting to look a bit tidier. So next stage is going to be actually cleaning off this completely, which is very messy at the moment, and checking its level, and then figuring out how to actually build it, and yeah, rebuilding the base. But yeah, what I'm thinking though is, so this is one of the side panels. As you can see, that's 3x2 timber, and that's 3x2 timber. Now, the reasoning I'm guessing that it has 2 pieces of 3x2 at the top is because originally it had to support very heavy beams and roof tiles. But I'm only going to be putting OSB board and felt potentially on it, or bitumen sheets or something, which is going to be a lot lighter. So I'm thinking, do I really need 2 pieces of 3x2 on the top when I can actually use those full lengths to replace the rotten pieces at the bottom? Let me know in the comments. Is it structural? Is it just there for thing? Because it's not. There's no notches in there. It's not cut for anything. But it's just, yeah, 2 pieces. So I'm wondering if I can salvage it. But yeah, this is one of the doors. This door is absolutely solid. As you can see, there's a little bit of rot at the bottom there, but it's not significant. The other door, on the other hand, which is the one where the drain pipe was literally dripping onto the concrete, has seen better days. So the bottom of that has got to be cut and replaced. The other thought I had is, as I mentioned earlier in the video, the back wall is just that shiplap, which is not watertight by any means. Now, because it's going to be on the back wall, obviously I need to replace it because I need something that's watertight. But do I replace it with proper 119mm tongue and groove like the front wall, or do I just put OSB board up and like, I guess put some like roofing felt on it or something? Because I'm not going to see it. It's going to be on the back wall, and it's going to be insulated from the inside, so the only thing it's got to be really is watertight. So if I put that on, I don't know, let me know, what do you think? Is it a good idea, or should I just replace the whole lot with tongue and groove? Anyway, second video done. Thanks for watching. Any suggestions, feedback, comments, please post below. I'll try and answer them all. Well, I will answer them all because I have about 5 subscribers. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.